Are you ready for it?
So this is pretty ironic. I decided to come out here and kick off my crazy football life stories on the campus of Ben Davis High School, and certainly a lot of people that have part in this program being, in this brand being what it is in athletics in the Midwest, but really none other any more than Mr. Britt, both of his sons, and obviously, of course, the coaches, but Coach D and Kevin Vanderbush. I think those are three of the most important people in the history of this program. But that's where we are. So a lot of great football players. Amazing facility. What's up? So this is an episode of My Crazy Football Life. This particular story is before college. So I went to Ben Davis High School, Midwest, Indianapolis, west side of town. And I was talking to my brother today, who was one of my favorite Ben Davis Giants. Actually, he was one of the first from our neighborhood to even be at this school. I think we may have been bussed out here, but he was a senior, played basketball. So he's one of my favorite Giants, but he brought up a name today, and I don't know, it just sparked this story. So I said, well, I'm just gonna go on campus and tell this story. And so this guy is the OG, one of the original Giants that impacted my career, big influence, a mentor, big brother. And I played with this guy. A lot of you guys might know this name. Plays for the Giants, Tyrone Tracy. Yes, I played with Tyrone Tracy. I did play with Tyrone Tracy of the Giants, yes. Not that Tyrone Tracy. I'm talking about the OG, his dad, not Tyrone Tracy Jr., who was a monster in his own right, but Tyrone Tracy Sr. And if you know Tyrone, this story will be probably even funnier because light-skinned guy, smile, cool, funny, straight dog though. Straight dog when it came to football. When it came to basketball, he was our point guard as a senior, and I was a sophomore. But so I'm a sophomore. I lettered as a sophomore in basketball, football, and track. But as a sophomore, Tyrone was the starting tailback. I think David Ine may have been his fullback. And so those two guys had a big influence on me relative to football as a sophomore. And everybody knows I always wanted to be Eric Dickerson, my favorite player. So watching Tyrone play and learning from him and learning how to practice and learning was definitely something that had a big influence and impact on what my career ended up being. But as I was telling my brother Rock, this one particular game, I don't even know who we were playing, but Coach Dellahan is like looking around and is like, he's telling me to stay by him the whole game. He always wanted me to stay close and watch and learn from the sideline. But this particular game, Coach D was like, Corey, get in for Tyrone. So My sophomore year, I didn't have my rec specs. So to just give you a look, think about a kid wearing some GQ glasses, schoolboy glasses, under a football helmet. I couldn't see. That's what I was wearing. And so I looked goofy, but I was a dog, don't trip. So I run on the field. I get out there, I get to the huddle. You know, you got all these seniors in the huddle. I think David Ane may have been a junior. And I'm like, Tyrone, I got you. And, you know, he looked exhausted, which is why Coach D sent me in the first place. And he looks at me and like, basically like, bro, are you crazy? Like, get out the huddle. I said, I got you. And he basically kind of mugs my helmet. And if you know Tyrone, you know, he's not serious, but he is serious. He's like laughing, smiling, you know, pretty boy, pretty eyes. And it like looks at me, doesn't say anything. First, just pushing me upside the helmet. And I'm like, what? Coach D sent me in. And so Tyrone is like, boy, if you don't get your ass out this huddle, is the look he got on his face. So I start jogging back towards the sideline, and I get halfway to the sideline, and Coach D is like, get back, get out there. And I go back in, and I get close to the huddle again, and I'm like, Coach told me to come in for you. And now the clock is ticking, and Tyrone is like, boy, if you don't get out of this huddle. So this is like the second time, and I'm jogging halfway out the field, and Coach D is waving me back out there, and I go to get in. And Davon just looks up and said, man, just get off the field. So I run back to the sideline. And Coach D like, what's going on? You know, anybody knows Coach D, you know, he's an authoritarian. Like what Coach D says goes. And I'm like, Tyrone told me to get the hell out the huddle. Coach D looks at me. He can't do nothing but laugh. And maybe the next play or two, Tyrone, who we thought was exhausted, like bust a play, take it to the house, and then he gonna get on the sideline and tell me, you come in when I tell you to come in. If you see me tap my helmet, that's when you come in for me. Don't bring your ass out here no more to that huddle unless you see me tap my head. Now give me some water. So that was my baptizer to being a backup for a star. And as you can see, he and his wife's son are Tyrone Tracy Jr. is a monster. And one thing I always respected about Tyrone, you know, I believe speed, just pure speed is the only thing that kept him out of the NFL. The boy could stop on a dime and explode. But one of the things I learned from him and I recognize in him is like his mental toughness. Like literally the coach sent me in the game because he looked dog tired. And at the moment when you think that the man is dog tired, a play or two plays later, he taking it to the house, and you see his son doing that same thing. And it's my understanding that it's another Tracy running around here somewhere. I don't know if it's his son or Larry's son that is supposed to be another one. So, you know, that's my before college, my crazy football life. And so subscribe to My Crazy Football Life on YouTube. This Thursday will be my first edited story where I kind of go back and talk about different things. And this particular story will be from draft day, from the draft to the waiver wire, how I got fired on my day off 2 times. Yeah. What you gonna do, build a clubhouse?
I'm on a lifelong mission, so you know that I don't play. Ain't no jumping in these stands, so Green Bay. I make believers out of receivers, so leave it up to me. And if you think you ready, then try to take me deep. Our zone be on fire from the minute that you enter. This channel be the livest, just like Sterling on Sports Center. Now how many hits does it take to move the crowd?
And Mom, no mistake about it, we know where Junior got his speed from. We love y'all. Peace.
This is for all them cold ass